is the day I'm done, is what I say to my mom, but I keep letting her down. I tell her that I'm a quit, then I take another hit every time she turns around. And I know that I should try to run away, but I've been thinking about it every single day. All of the different flavors, mint, mango, or grape, and I gotta have it, and I can't imagine my life without it. I don't wanna be the one to give you up just to buy another one. One hit is what I tell my boys, but I take another puff. I just need your love in my lungs. I can't seem to let you go because I'm so sick of giving, so sick of giving you up. The worst thing I ever did was take my very first hit. I was 11 years old. My brother gave me a jewel and told me that I'd be cool if I did what I was told. And ever since I never left the house without, I panic when I lose it in between the couch. But now I'm giving up, that's it, I quit, I'm out. But let me see it, I wanna see it, cause I really need it. I don't wanna be the one to give you up just to buy another one. I quit is what I tell myself, but I take another puff. I just need your love in my lungs. I can't seem to let you go because I'm so sick of giving, so sick of giving you up.
In the past, I might have said that drugs are bad, but I'm here to tell you, drugs are good, okay?
I was in the lab all week, sipping that pure codeine, couldn't give a fuck about tweak. I let the trap on ring, trapped at a BNB. I was in the mad phone ring, I let the trap on ring, I was in the lab all week, sipping that pure codeine, couldn't give a fuck about tweak. I let the trap on ring, trapped at a BNB. I was in the mad phone ring, I let the trap on ring, I let the trap on ring. Bitch keep calm, couldn't get no fuck. I was in the mad phone ring with the stainless steel in the waistband top, ripping that sub perfect. No, you can't bathroom break, I ain't no Harrison Jakes, fucking do a dash from the Jakes, As for the beats, I'm going up. Mystery K put this shit on my truck. I get the rings and I get the teams and I get gelato inside of the blunt. I get a baddie and he from the back and he from the front. Over some city walk, I hit a milli rack. I see him kill us, he's fucking me up, I was in the lab all week, sipping that pure codeine, couldn't give a fuck about tweet. I let the trap on ring, trapped at a BNB. I was in the mad phone ring, I let the trap on ring, I was in the lab all week, sipping that pure codeine, couldn't give a fuck about tweet. I let the trap on ring, trapped at a BNB. I was in the mad phone ring, I let the trap on ring, bitch, I woke up, it's a new day. I said motherfuck the school day. If I ever get to steppin', I'ma send them up to heaven. Tell that boy that drink is Kool-Aid. I've been in my city going crazy, standing on my business as of lately. Flawless family tennis, like Serena Williams, Mr. Mackey, baby, guess the class just got dismissed. Oh yeah, I was in the lab all week, sipping that pure codeine, couldn't give a fuck about tweet. I let the trap on ring, trapped at a BNB. I was in the mad phone ring, I let the trap on ring, I was in the lab all week, sipping that pure codeine, couldn't give a fuck about tweet. I let the trap on ring, trapped at a BNB. I was in the mad phone ring, I let the trap on ring,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host, Nerdy John, with Nerdy Live. What is this? Episode 100? I want to say 125. If I'm wrong on that, strike me down, Lord. But yes, another episode of Nerdy Live. Holy crap, we've had some insanity the past couple of days. Like, oh my god. Nickado Avocado, he's back and he's skinny. Dr. Disrespect made his return stream and made things 1,000 times more confusing. Veto, co-host of the Biggest Problem in the Universe podcast, has cried about people making fun of his weight. And the MrBeast Dogpack 404 dude, he screwed up his investigation. But yes, we'll be talking about pretty much all of that today. First off, I want to talk about the Dogpack situation. Now, for those of you who more than likely remember, but for those of you who don't remember, there is Dogpack 404. He made this recent video, MrBeast's Secret CEO. And here is this part right here. So James Warren is supposedly the cousin of MrBeast, Jimmy, and is the CEO of the company. Because obviously, with a production as big as MrBeast, you know, Jimmy can't be running everything and be the on-screen talent at the same time. Just would not be feasible for him. The accusations levied at James Warren by Dogpack 404 are, well, let's let the man speak, shall we?
CEO, and I say secret because, you know, they're not very open about that fact. Like, he doesn't post about it on social media. It wasn't ever attached to his LinkedIn. He's never featured or really referenced anywhere. I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a
I've heard he's very aggressive.
Psychopath who screams at people.
And psychopath that screams at people and hits his GF. This is a out of context text message from we don't know who. Supposedly this is from a MrBeast employee. But like...
and hits his girlfriends. There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him. And I say allegedly because... it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess. So I'm still having people look into these cases.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh, it's almost like the perfect comedy moment right here. Let me see where. Here we go. The James Warren domestic violence update. Here we go. The 6 North Carolina criminal court cases were not for domestic violence. I still have some Freedom of Information requests out, but all alleged current MrBeast employee reached out to me giving their side of the story. I think this person is mistaken with a lot of the details, but I do now believe that James Warren DV case that circulated the office was more than likely the wrong James Warren. And of course, none of my sources knew that. So, and you know what the funny thing is? He released this like a few days after he released the video. And keep in mind, the way the video is, it's not edited, not that much really. It's basically what I would do. It's just him with a webcam and he's got his OBS open for its capture. All he had to do was wait a few more days and then cut that part of the video out. That's all he had to do. But he had to poison the water as much as possible, right? And hang on, let me. Does the coward Pegasus? Does Pegasus still have his video up? Because the commentary YouTuber Pegasus, he edited the clip to make it where it was all pretty much definitive. Let's see, which one would be? The MrBeast empire is crumbling.
The MrBeast.
So let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. It's gonna be a few minutes into this. Watch how he edits it.
The MrBeast situation somehow got 10 times worse. Dogpack has just dropped his third exposed video on MrBeast, and it goes over some of the most serious allegations yet. Disclaimer, everything in this video is alleged. All parties talked about are innocent until proven guilty. Anything said or
This is the cover of his ass.
speculated is my opinion and not a fact. I'm simply reporting the news. So some of the important points in the video include allegations against James Warren, who is MrBeast's CEO and cousin, accused of DV, alleged ex-drug addict, allegedly offered drugs or escorts to employees to keep them working late, alleged incident between him and a female colleague which led to her leaving the company, allegedly beat dogs, hit girlfriends, alleged ties to a Ponzi scheme from a previous job, lots of concerning stuff. Then we got allegations.
Okay.
Called out James Warren by name in my last video. His Instagram and Facebook got taken down, and his LinkedIn got taken down. He's Jimmy's cousin and secret CEO, and I say secret because, you know, they're not very open about that fact. Like, he doesn't post about it on social media. It wasn't ever attached to his LinkedIn. He's never featured or really referenced anywhere. I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a psychopath who screams at people and hits his girlfriends. There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him. James Warren, also allegedly an ex-drug addict. I've heard that he offered cocaine and hookers to editors.
So he's just muddying the water as much as he can possible, so that way, you know, he can get that click-through rate. And you know what, Pegasus? Look at the views he's been getting on these MrBeast videos. Look, the money's in. Okay, if I had the ability to shill and just sell my soul to, you know, pump out this slop content, I would totally do it, man. Totally do it. But yeah, so that happened, and he had to rescind pretty much everything because, well, you know, now there is the COO, which he might have a stronger case against, but then again, that's a lot of he said, she said. And the sources that he's using apparently don't know jack shit. Let's see. I've tried multiple times to get in touch with the person who allegedly found the charges before making my video and not get a response. I should have waited on the Freedom of Information request before mentioning the DV charges allegations.
Oh, almost like what every single person who like brought this to your attention said. Even
BJ Investigates mentioned that to you, and she's a psycho. And she mentioned to you that more than likely, the James Warren in MrBeast, it was not any of the James Warrens involved in the court cases. People on your own side were telling you not to do this, dude. However, I believe I was clear in my video that they were just allegations of charges. Charges themselves, unproven accusations, not convictions. Dude, but like, so like a good lawyer, which apparently the lawyers that MrBeast have are the Harvey Weinstein lawyers. But like, dude, a good lawyer, all they have to do is just like, look, he's just throwing everything at the wall to smear my client, to defame them. And he was trying to allege that my client's cousin, who's involved with the business, was a domestic abuser, and he had to admit that that wasn't the case. This is the part that irks me. I am not a professional journalist or investigator. Bro. Okay, let's look at your first videos, man. Let's look at your first videos. Look at this.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Now, obviously, we have people like Turkey Tom and Willie Mac, who, like, I would say they're the closest things in the commentary community you can get to, like, investigative journalist, right? But they don't call themselves journalists. But, like, they still investigate, they still bring allegations to light, they still talk about them, they still verify their information to make sure what they're saying is correct. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but, like, you can't hide behind this, I'm not a professional journalist or investigator. Dude, like, it's not just, like, one oopsie that you made, right? This is like a monumental fuck up that you made. This is ammo that MrBeast and all the cronies, because guys, believe it or not, okay, I am not at this moment in time, I am not pro MrBeast. Okay, this is the same guy who allowed a convicted sex offender to work at his company, that allowed of Chris to allegedly get away with all the stuff that they were doing, right? So trust me, I am very much not pro MrBeast, but the fact that you're letting a lot of stuff slip through the cracks, like instead of focusing on the workplace abuse, a lot of your videos were focusing on, well, actually, did you know that like this part of the video is CGI? Like, that's not what's important. That's not what's important right now. Like, not at all. But you're muddying the water so much that, like, you know, everyone just kind of has to laugh at your poor excuse of trying to take down someone. Oh, and trust me, the text messages here are hilarious. I'm not an investigator. My goal is just to bring credible allegations to light, so they can be properly investigated and people can be held accountable. I still believe that there are other credible allegations involving James Warren that need to be investigated. Oh, what, like him offering hookers and blow to employees to stay longer? Who told you that? Who told you those allegations, man? Also, here's the text message with one of his very credible sources. It kind of cuts off there, but I'll make sure to read it. Do you know about the James Warren DV charges? People joke about this, but as far as I know, it's not true. One day we did a Google search in the office to check, but nothing. The originator of the rumors was Jimmy's ex-girlfriend, Maddie Spadell, who is, by the way, the same ex-girlfriend who has been, like, posting about, like, sort of more so vague posting about how terrible her relationship with MrBeast was, which, okay, let's be honest. With a guy as obsessed with YouTube as MrBeast is, he's probably not going to be, like, the best boyfriend if he's, like, constantly worried about, like, YouTube algorithm, you know? So, you know, to give her some benefit of the doubt there, right? Between you and me, she's a wine drunk who always wanted to gossip on set. She told me a lot, but everyone has to be nice to her because she was dating Jimmy. If you can't tell by now, MrBeast is filled with gossip, rumors, and toxic crap. New rumors every day. Damn, I heard Blank found the charges and other corroborated it, sorry. What do you know about LaCoya Hill? Blank is a saint. I was very close with her. She was there when we Googled, but that domestic case was another James Warren. Jokes were made, but it wasn't him. Yeah, those jokes seem to convince a lot of people. I also heard from people who have witnessed James' domestic abuse firsthand. So, like, and also, too, in his video, he still was like, well, he said he personally believed the rumors and the DV charges based on his personal opinion of him, right? So you have a guy who says he believes James Warren is a domestic abuser, tries to push the allegations, and it utterly fails. It fails spectacularly. Like, dude. Oh my god. Needless to say, Nicholas Diorio, he ran his victory lap, and you know what? I do not blame him one bit. He deserved it. He deserved the victory lap, honestly. And what's funnier is the schizo post that we saw from what is it, Jake Weddle? That dude, one of the former MrBeast employees who tries to be a stand-up comedian. Holy shit. Look at all this right here. Disappearing for a bit. It has been incredibly difficult few days. As more comes out, the more I am subjected to people picking apart my testimony, discrediting me, lying about me, using my trauma for clout, comments, emails, DMs, a leaked phone number. My family has been harassed. And for what? Because I told you guys what happened to me? Because I told you guys Jimmy hires and protects PDFs? My mental health is at an all-time my mental health is at an all-time low. And it's because of you idiots. Hateful. And I can't stress enough. Dumber than dirt trolls. What happened to me is real. You can't get PTSD over nothing. You weren't there. I was. This makes me more informed, period. Therefore, I know more than you. Boom. I'm the only one who has any authority over this story. And you guys either are you are either a child or a sweaty edgelord dipshit. Hello. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. So as you can see, Jake Weddle, who by the way took the MrBeast payout. Jake Weddle, who again took the MrBeast payout, is not doing too well mentally at the moment, and rip bozo indeed when it comes to his mental health. Jesus Christ. It continues more. Go up to an assault victim and tell them it's their fault next. Oh wait, that's exactly what Jimmy's fans do to the numerous allegations coming out from employees, contestants, you name it. Regular uploads, ugly duck workshops, podcast streaming, and all picking back up next week. Taking some time to my mental health break back up despite MrBeast fans doing their best to kill me. Dude, are there MrBeast fans in the walls right now? But before I go, let me spell it out for you real slow so you have to spoon feed to you. This dude. Oh, I love the post. I love this they post so much. I love them. I love them. Here's another one. Here's another one. It's sorry guys, wouldn't have spilled all this tea if I wasn't being harassed. Jimmy needs to make a public statement calling off everyone harassing whistleblowers and survivors. Calling off Keem. Dude, Keemstar made fun of him too much. He can't handle it anymore. He can't handle it. Dude. Imagine MrBeast calling him like, Keem, okay, I know this guy's like saying I did all this awful stuff, but you're being too mean to him right now. Send me a cease and desist. Take me to court. I dare you. Let's get the solitary footage public. Let's get it on the record. Let's get the police involved. Let's audit the MrBeast company and shell companies. Viking took his video down, I assume, because he named the shell company Rubber Duck by name. I bet he got a call, take down the video, and he did like a good boy. Alright, I'm done. Don't fucking poke the bear again. I will fucking burn it all to the ground, and it will be easy. Yeah. BPD moment? BPD moment? Dude, he's talking about dude, he's talking like he was in the trenches of Normandy. BPD. What the fuck, you dumbass motherfucker. I'm sorry, I'm enjoying this a little too much. That's very mean of me. Very mean. I shouldn't be like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to be nicer to PTSD MrBeast victims. So that's why, let's go after a crazy lady instead. Let's go after a crazy lady. Who, by the way, I was super nice to, as you'll see. Not on KX stream, but I was super nice in my Twitter DM to her. MrBeast makes statement addressing allegations, finally. Did he? I doubt it.
Hello, everybody. How you doing this fine? Whatever the day of the week it is 6:47 a.m. right now. I've been up for almost 2 hours. What are you doing with your life? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so we've all been waiting for MrBeast to come out and respond to some of these allegations. Now, I have my own suspicions, I have my own predictions on what he...
And you talk to those with the voices in your head. We know.
is and is not going to respond to. I think I predicted this in an earlier video, but my prediction is he's only going to come out and address the business practices, the workplace practices, the contestant safety issues, and things like that. I would be very surprised if Jimmy Donaldson or MrBeast, the brand, actually addresses any of this stuff having to do with Shadman, even Ava Chris. They're just going to say that they did an independent investigation. Ava Chris don't work with them no more. I mean, that's all they're going to say. That's my
Well, legally, I'm sure, like, it's not you don't need a genius to tell you that that the lawyers are probably telling him to, like, be very tight-lipped about everything, you know? Like, oh, wow, the queen of YouTube. That's right. We're in the presence of schizo royalty right here.
prediction. So we did get possibly paid shill, but possibly not even paid. I mean, girl, imagine simping that hard for somebody and you not even getting paid. Hakeem Star Daniels or whatever his
What do
name.
you mean not getting paid? The Drama Alert Twitter account, I'm not privy to the analytics, but I'm sure it's making quite a bit of money for him. He's been making money on lolcow. Again, do you realize I hate having to defend Keemstar? I hate having to defend the dude, okay? But you're also saying, oh, by the way, I love that freeze frame of her, by the way. I love that freeze frame. I'm gonna take that real quick for my own use. Dude, this chick has the best freeze frames possible. I love it so much. But yeah, you went on camera. You schizo freak. You went on camera to say that Keem was only pretending to be upset when Shadman drew art of his daughter. You freak of nature.
He did tell us earlier this week, whenever he was talking so much about the Dawson Dog Pack, he did tell us earlier this week that this would be the week that MrBeast did respond to the allegations.
I can't remember word for word, but I'm pretty sure all Keem said was that he was like, he knew that Jimmy was working on a response.
Like you're playing a character. There's not a lot of concrete evidence against MrBeast. Eventually MrBeast is going to make a clapback response.
Oh, by the way, I hate this dude right here. I've been starting to not like his content. Tom's reacted a couple of his videos on his live channel, and it's just I don't know. I'm just maybe if I had a personal conversation with dude, which I doubt will ever happen, maybe I like him, but like in terms of content, I don't know. Not feeling it. This guy just seems to like what was it? He made a video about how Logan Paul supposedly pushed a dog into water, but like if you see the footage, it's very like clearly the dog jumped in the water himself. Logan Paul didn't push the dog, you know, but he's just pushing like whatever stuff he knows. Like, well, people are like, oh my god, he's calling out Logan Paul. Let's give the video a like.
Professional, to say the least.
And everybody's sitting here holding their breath waiting for MrBeast to respond. Girl, I think he already responded. I think that they already responded, and I think that it's in this NBC video. Now, the worlds are all colliding because guess who did the story? Chloe Mockingbird Shell Marie May Loss.
I don't follow news stuff because I'm not in my 30s like you are. I don't follow the news. Okay, I stick to my Skibbity Toilet YouTube channel because I'm young like that. You crusty old 34-year-old woman.
Yes, ma'am. It was Chloe, the one who was hand selected by Jeff Bezos to do his interview, who started out as a glorified drama channel on YouTube. Yep, here she is, Chloe. So this is the video right here, and it came out yesterday. Rosanna Pansino is in it, and the title of the video is YouTube megastar MrBeast accused of unsafe conditions on set. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that video up for y'all to see it, but the MrBeast team does respond to the allegations and does address them in this video. And I think that everybody was so concerned about drama and every other thing else that nobody's even talking about it. But I guess it's gonna have to be me breaking the news as usual, Queen of YouTube reporting for duty. Okay.
Oh, God. Every time she speaks, I feel my skin crawl because I'm disgusted with her manner speak.
Let me pull this video up.
Talking about Jimmy Donaldson, but you probably know him as MrBeast. You know, the guy with 312 million subscribers. Big money, right? 7 figures, millions of dollars. But there's some folks sounding the alarm after what they...
Okay, we're watching a reaction to a reaction. Let's get past forward a bit. Cause I did want to talk about something real quick. Cause guys, let's see, where is it? Where did she put it? Have to have been this most recent one. A guy sent a screenshot of her. I sent a screenshot of one of her videos where she's just she's posting everyone's DMs who messaged her because Comment Cop called her a dumb whore. Comment Cop called her a dumb whore, and she was not happy about it. Would it have been? Because this is fun fact. This is technically her second channel. Here we go. Would it be this one? Oh, this video, by the way, is super dumb. Basically, from what I understand, MrBeast was street racing, and he got arrested for it. Which, I'm sorry, but because I remember, what was it in this video right here? She was talking about how everyone needs to focus on the supposed PDF files that MrBeast has employed at his company. I agree. We should focus on that. We shouldn't focus on the fact that he was a dumb idiot and got arrested in 2018 for street racing. But if I can't pull it up here, maybe it's probably on her main channel, but I'm just too lazy right now to go find it. Where is the Peepaw tweet? Because Peepaw tweeted at me that she where is it? Peepaw, where are you? The people, no, he did not. No, wait, it's on MrBeast's statement addressing. Oh, it's somewhere. It's somewhere towards the quarter. But anyway, here are all the DMs, by the way. Let's see. Behind every strong woman is an unemployed man. It says, "Hey, guess what? You're retarded." Comment Cop, you are a dumb bitch. I can't read this DM, but Grimlist says you were really retarded. Here I am. I'm the only nice one here. I just want to point that out. I'm the only nice one. And I say, basically, I offered her a chance to, make a definitive statement on the whole, saying that Keem was faking the fact that that he was upset with Shadman drawing art of his daughter. Which, it's insane to me that these T channels, right? Jake Webble, Dog Pack 404, their entire argument is based on you have to feel bad about these people, right? But then as soon as they find an emotional thing with someone who slightly disagrees with them, they twist it so much. Oh, what's that? You. Because you know what? And I don't think Nick released the cut of it yet. But Keemstar called in to Nick's stream. And Keemstar was very open. Look, yeah, I'm friends with MrBeast, but we've also covered literally everything involving the story on the Drama Alert Twitter account, right? They've talked about the Chris Tyson stuff, the Jake the Viking brother-in-law stuff, the employee mismanagement. Now you can obviously disagree with Keem's opinion on it, right? But I'm sorry, you're talking about literally the biggest YouTuber known to man. Everyone's going to talk about it. Dog Pack is a T channel. My first laugh this morning goes to you, John. No, he is. He absolutely is. He's a dumb idiot T channel at this point. I forget what Nick called them, but they're basically the new squad for T channels, man. Him, That Surprise Witness, and Jake Webble. Good morning, Gigi. Yeah, I can't believe all the money we spent to make people stop doing the duck face and still doing it. Yeah. Nick, oh, does Nick have the cut up already? Let me check then. Let me check. Nicholas DiOrio. Brutal. No. This is not. Is that just him reacting to? I'll skim through it. I don't think Keems talks.
How do you think your intention?
Yeah, I don't think Keems in this one. No, the stream I'm talking about is it's unfortunately it's unlisted. And I don't think I would be able to find the proper timestamp for it. But Keem called in and talked about the situation. And again, I reemphasize this point, especially with the lolcow drama. I don't like defending Keemstar. I really don't. But you guys are such dumb idiots. Like, I love how you talk about simultaneously that Keem is irrelevant and old, but like you also can't stand the fact that like he's talking about the stuff that you're talking about simultaneously. What the fuck is that? like you. By the way, you can't be in your 30s and calling someone in their 40s old, right? And then and act like you're the next young thing on YouTube, because you're not. You're crusty. You're old. And honestly, I don't know when we're gonna get like a proper like, I don't know. You see, like Turkey Tom talked about this, and I think at this point, because like I would say prior to the NBC stuff, it probably would have been in their better interest not to make a full video addressing things and just handle things with lawyers and all that. But NBC is talking about that. I'm sure like people outside of the internet are discovering like what happened with MrBeast, right? And I'm sure Amazon behind the scenes is probably rethinking their deal with MrBeast. And I look, I think Dogpack, his first video, I think it was a solid call out on MrBeast. I think it was. I mean, it had a lot of irrelevant stuff, like the whole like he has CGI in the video thing, which I get. He says the videos are fake and you're trying to prove that they are fake. But obviously, I think the more pressing thing is stuff like the Chris Tyson allegations, the registered sex offender, workplace mistreatment with LaCoya Hill, that type of stuff. Like that's the stuff we should focus on, and not necessarily that like MrBeast forgot to have tampons on one shoot. You know. Maybe that's just me being a bit more cynical. Nah, it's Amazon. They're probably laughing about all the workplace abuse or whatever. Oh, yeah, they're probably like, bruh, you call that workplace abuse? Wait till you see this. But honestly, that's all. Like, really, that's all I have to add on the current MrBeast stuff. All I gotta say is Dogpack, like, dude, do better. I think you've honestly, it's not just like the quote unquote detractors. It's, I saw a lot of people on Twitter being very upset with how you conducted the investigation, because now you open up a whole new way for MrBeast's lawyers to defend the company and Jimmy, when in all reality, they probably should face some legal action if everything that all like the alleged stuff is true. They probably should face some legal action for that. But you screwed up the entire investigation because you're in one part you're new to this and you're incompetent and you don't know how to run these types of things. You know, figures because you're an XQC fan. And also too, I think you got a massive ego from like those first two videos because everyone was like praising them. You're getting interviews with YouTubers like Oompaville who are in like the millions of subscribers. Everyone's talking about you, praising your amazing quote unquote investigation. And I just think that you couldn't listen to reason. Even people in your own camp were talking about how you shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have included the James Warren stuff. And well, I don't know if you can recover from this, honestly. I don't know if you can. But that ends the MrBeast segment. Let's return to an allegation that we talked about like a month or two ago. It is the Dr. Disrespect drama. That's right, Dr. Disrespect. He teased this video the other day. Let's watch this epic video he made. So cool, so epic. Oh my god. Look at that. By the way, how I was introduced to this tweet was Connor quote tweeting it and going, he's returned from Epstein's Island. But yeah, he made a stream yesterday. It was one part gaming stream like how he normally does, and the other part where he actually does occasionally like talk about the situation. Here's the funny part. Here's a funny clip from Nick.
People want to show the message, release the messages, show the messages. What are we in second grade?
To be by the way, the Defense Force is amazing. To be fair, the National Center for Missing Children and Children Abuse said the messages were fine. Surely that's a big deal if true. No, surely that's more to go on than anyone's tweet. Can you source where they said the messages were fine? LOL. They said, I love Dick Masters' response. They said they were chill, not sus at all. They responded with normal vibes. Everyone's clowning on the one fucking idiot. But where is? Okay, I don't like using Jake Lucky. But we gotta use them for this. Here is, oh god, you see, Twitter verification with no limits was a mistake, I think. But here we go. Dr. Disrespect's full 20-minute response to the Twitch ban allegations. Rough summary. He's reapplying for YouTube monetization on September 25th. We'll be streaming regardless because I think you can still support him for like Streamlabs or Stream Elements, whatever he uses. In his Twitch lawsuit, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly. After lawsuit was resolved, settlement said no one could speak publicly, but if one side violated, he could respond. Call-outs, ex-Twitch employees, Cody Connors, for leaking the reported reason for 2020 ban. Oh yeah, that dude, he only leaked it because so that way he could promote some crappy concert he was going to. Doc says that there will be repercussions for accusing him, stating, "You don't know shit. You don't have any first-hand knowledge. You said I sexted a minor through whisper messages. Talks legal definition of sexting. Talks legal definition of minor." Oh, God, the legal definition of minor. He's going like, technically speaking, she wasn't technically a minor. Oh, tell me that's not. Says user was over legal age consent at the time of messages. Says he never intended to meet the user. They had never made plans and never did meet. Twitch Trust and Safety Team admitted the messages weren't sexting and acknowledged it didn't contribute to child sexual abuse material. He says that there is no exchange of sexual explicit images or messages. He said he used the term inappropriate purposefully to in his initial response because it was mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context. Said Twitch never had a legal analyst on whether his messages were even illegal notes his ex Twitch partner manager never supported him and carried a grudge against him. That same partner manager is involved with him getting banned, supposedly. The Twitch user he accused of inappropriately messaging said they didn't want to report anything to Twitch. Apparently, user was encouraged by ex-partner manager to report the situation to Twitch. Same partner manager personally escalates the situation to Twitch law enforcement and response team. They pulled entirety of whisper messages, Doc says, cherry pick, and chose a few out of context excerpts from messages. 1 hour later, Doc is suspended. Let's see. NCMEC was reported for Doc messages. Case was not escalated to law enforcement. Twitch banned Doc without legal analysts and that his messages were even illegal. Doc was banned without him or the alleged victim being interviewed. A judge determined his messages weren't illegal. He says his 6'8" beautiful family and life. What is that sentence? Accuses other Twitch streamers of bad acts, but were never banned because someone using the N-word repeatedly on stream was deemed not a breach of Twitch policy. Streamer was reported for doing things with dead animals and discussing PDF topics, but not given a multi-million-dollar contract, etc. Accuses Twitch of using this as a way to terminate his contract. References two big streamers being signed to leave Twitch around this time. I'm assuming he's accusing Twitch of freeing up capital, terminating Doc's contract to keep other big streamers from leaving, as Ninja and Shroud left for Mixer. He says he's more. He says more than just. Has more than just won't disclose. These are all statements according to Dr. Disrespect. And here is the. I added the word minor to bait the journalists. F off, pedo. Joke's on them. I was only pretending. So yeah, he's also not really mentioned in that summary. By the way, sorry for the butcher of the reading. But he's also alleging that he only added minor in there to see if gaming journalists would talk about it. I'm like, what? Excuse-moi? Yeah, so like I said I was talking inappropriately to a minor to see if people would talk about it. But I think we should watch the whole investigation still to see if
I enjoy my time here on YouTube.
Not investigate, the response.
You know, we've built a nice, strong community for years. This is where we started 16 years ago. 2008, I think. You know, I like my time here. And I like the community. We've got the best, realest.
We got the realest, we got the best community on YouTube.
Gaming community, right? The Champions Club. And we've built it on this platform, and this is. And if there's an opportunity to reapply for a partnership, and there's a date that's been presented to us, then I'm going to take it. In the meantime, like we always done, we've always stayed in our lane. We'll stay in our lane and continue to just put on a show. You know? For almost 4 years, champs, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension. I guess since you all missed the point with my personal statement, maybe it's time to tell my side of the story.
maybe it's time.
Champs. You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved.
I wonder if Twitch can sue that former employee for leaking that. Cuz like I don't cuz the supposed legal ramifications of that have to be massive, right? Right, he can't just walk away after leaking that kind of information, right?
As you all know.
Like, he has to be involved in some sort of lawsuit.
But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement. However, if one side violated that confidentiality, then the other side could respond. And again, champs, I respected all the confidential.
Well, yeah, it was in your benefit to not talk about the fact that you were supposedly messaging people inappropriately through Twitch whispers. It was to your benefit not to talk about it. Of course you wouldn't.
Obligations. But apparently Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations. Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved, leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this? What was the point?
To promote his concert that he was going to.
This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020. Well, I mean, for what? Cody, why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors?
Do you know? He's talking like a fucking WWE wrestler. Do you know what happens when you cross the two-time?
You see,
which I get what is his all. I get it. That's his bit as the character Dr. Disrespect. But maybe forego the theatrics when you're responding to serious allegations of sexting. A child.
Ooh, don't know shit. And it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages. Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch's whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it.
You see, wait, so okay, yeah. So this is the issue. So like your purpose, you're saying here now that you essentially lied in your statement. Because in your statement, you admit to messaging a minor inappropriately, right? You worded quite possibly the worst way you could have, and now you're saying retrospectively that you only did that now. You saying you only did that to see if people would talk about it? FPS Diesel said the same thing. Drop the carrot. Yeah. 5D chess move. I know, right? Like, if anything, there's no proof of anything he did or didn't do. LOL. But I'm sorry. What you're saying that? You see, guys, I only said that I talked to a child because people would talk about that I messaged a child. Like, what kind of logic is that? And you're angry that people were smearing your name, but like again in your tweet you admitted to talking to a minor. Like, how else are people supposed to take that?
And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of.
Well, so are you saying that they were 16? Are you saying that they were 18? Because this is the thing. I think this is why everyone we need the whisper messages dropped, right? So that way you can show that there was no sexting. Because in a court of law, even if the age of consent is, if you're in a situation where the age consent is 16, but that person sends you explicit images, that is still very much illegal. Haha, got me, tricked me into thinking you were pedo. I know, classic humor right there. Classic. Dr. Disrespect, man. He's such a genius. So smart.
Any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met.
Show the messages. Show the messages.
In person, ever.
If you have to, censor the username, but show the messages.
Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack. These big-time publications, these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now. Don't you think, champs? They act like they're just gossip channels now. Without any...
I mean, that's what essentially it is. I don't know if you're new to this, man, but yeah, that's what it is. And look, I think he's using sexting to deflect from an actual grooming. Maybe.
Real journalism and real research happening. They reported on all this based on leaks from 2 former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth. But apparently that's just too much to ask. If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, 1, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And 2, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM. I'll say it again. Neither...
Okay, well, like, we need to see the messages where they admit that, though. Right? Because, like, ultimately, this is just becoming a massive he said, she said. And I'm sorry, but, like, all we have to go off of is you admitting that you messaged someone that was a minor. But now you're trying to walk that back. It's not working in your favor, man. I don't know what to tell you. There's something that's been brought up. Twitch, according to Doc and Slasher, has its own department that sends such stuff to the police. They did it, and his stuff, and the police didn't do anything. You mean your truth, Doc? 100%. We need to see the messages. Yeah, like, look, if the police saw it, they didn't do anything about it. You know, maybe that corroborates his story a bit. But I don't know. It feels like both parties are purposely being dishonest here, because, like, I feel like Doc is omitting some stuff here. I feel like he was, because, like, this was during, we have to remember, during these messages, the time of these messages, this was when the time he was cheating on his wife with a lot of people. And I like, and until I, like, me personally, I think there's a possibility that the messages were inappropriate, both in the sense that he was probably making jokes that he wasn't supposed to tell a child, and I'm sure he was also saying that I'm sure he probably made some sexual comments as well. That's just me personally.
Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate purposely. And look at how it's defined by every.
Well, if you don't want your messages being twisted, don't be so vague. Because, yeah, when you're talking that you were messaging a minor and you were inappropriate with said minor, yeah, and especially with the context of the accusations being that the accusation was that you were sexting a minor. So when you admit to say, hey, yeah, I was messaging a minor inappropriately, like, bro, let's forget about the incriminating tweet. It wasn't sexting, guys. Yeah. Well, Twitch should have made a statement saying we sent it to law enforcement and just not remain silent. Lol, that's my point. All of this is just the DM of a non-adult, and both sides are reading hard into shits and just show the freaking DMs. I wanted the police file the report. I'm banging my head on the wall. Definitely, heck, I would say ultimately Twitch should have been dragged through the coals, even if Doc did it, but even more so if he didn't do it. Yeah, like he's also 38 to a minor. Disgusting, yeah. You you just got baited, lol. If the police filed a report, a journalist should have found it out. Yeah, true. I feel like if a report was done, would have been brought to light by now. Like Doc is just being really dishonest here. Granted, so has Twitch been. Because like either way, Twitch looks really bad here. If he didn't do anything, which is a big if he didn't do anything, then they dragged his name through the mud, banned him for no reason, and essentially ruined his career. If he did do something, Twitch like let him go for 4 years. What was because like what was it like around 3 to 4 years, because the messages were, I believe, like 2017, 2016 at the time. They let him on the platform for a couple of years. Then they ban him, and they don't give the reason for his ban.
Everyone, champs. Huh? Including these defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean, how would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone?
Ooh, listen, okay? Listen, okay? You can't get me. That's all I'm saying.
Who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words. And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here. We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with...
I have to engage with children, too.
Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety...
And I don't know about you. I never liked the Twitch Whisper function. If I wanted to talk to someone from Twitch, I would have just given them my Discord. Honestly, there has to be a police report. Like if Twitch releases that shit's not being vague. I think Twitch is trying to cover their asses. Wait, isn't Doc's real name out? If so, then bam. Well, I think people have already done that. I think people already looked through his name to see if a police report was done on him. Doc does mention that the time frame was shortly after Mixer failed, so Ninja and Shroud were back on the market, and they were fine with Doc being gone because they wanted to buy those two back. You see, that's a whole like business conspiracy, right? Like you're Twitch, you're the biggest platform for streaming, right? I mean, but like you still have YouTube hypothetically as a competitor at this point. Okay, you're finally getting all your big streamers back. Why get rid of some of them because you're getting some back? It just doesn't make sense.
Idea of playing games and gaming politics content,
especially like especially at that point, right? You don't have to have a contract with Ninja at that point because he's just crawling back to the platform. Or I think. Does Ninja even still stream on Twitch nowadays? I thought I heard something that he was streaming to like Facebook gaming or something. Anyway, like you don't have to make a contract with Shroud or Ninja at that point, right? Because they come crawling back to your platform. So there's no reason to get rid of your contract with Dr. Disrespect, if that's the case.
Creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with a Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking no front page love. You're talking about the face of the platform, right? Literally, the face of the platform. And I know Champions Club remembers this. We got zero front page love on the website. He was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy. And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed with Twitch in 2019, we asked for a new partner manager. And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting me banned. Coincidence?
Okay, like, can you legally name his name? If Twitch is the one who broke the agreement to not talk about the situation, I think you're allowed to name his name at this point, right? Name him, call him out. Like, what did he do? Who is he? You know, so that way we can get his statement, his side of the story. Mama Max and Doc digging themselves deeper while I Am Alex is watching comfortably right now. I know, dude. I'm waiting. Dude, okay, we got the Mama Max response. We've gotten the Dr. Disrespect response, and now we just need the I Am Alex response. The unholy trinity. So that way we can have some good content. Dude, can I just say, like, 2024, in terms of just like content, has just been so entertaining this year. Like, we've gotten some like amazing content from everyone in commentary because of all the stories.
The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case anybody missed that one. The Twitch user tells...
Again, we have to see this message. How do you know? Did you talk to this person prior?
This ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told him clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged. On June 24th, 2020, Twitch's special operations team receives and reviews the user's report. They find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team. That would have been the end. That should have been the end. But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. Yeah, he had it out for the two time. He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team. He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team. So a day later, on June 25th,
and unfortunately, he doesn't bring any receipts to this. It's just him talking. This is just, I mean, it's good that you finally are able to properly have your statement, but you're also walking back stuff that you already previously said, kinda. And again, there are no receipts brought here.
LER analyst pulls the entirety of the whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a big-time arbitration, okay? And, you discover a lot of stuff. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys all read those little articles, huh? The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what? As far as I know, and over 4 years have passed, they didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user...
Dude, it would be great. It would be absolutely great if, like, you could bring us some documents, right? Or link us some documents or give us screenshots, anything to corroborate your story. Keep in mind, innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty, right? That's always something you should maintain and believe. However, again, I need to bring up your previous Twitter statement, which was you admitted to inappropriately messaging a minor. Dude, and to prove your, like, if this is your clackback, your definitive, I am innocent, you need to vindicate yourself a bit here, man. You can't just say you didn't do stuff. You gotta, like, full transparency, show all the messages, if you're allowed to show the legal documents, it would be great if we had access to that.
Users' messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
It's not a minor in California. Give him a break, guys.
I'm not going to get into every detail regarding my legal case, but these former Twitch employees that claim to have firsthand knowledge, they just don't have a clue. They didn't report any facts. The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal. So then why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers? I mean, outside of the obvious. I mean, just take a look at me. Right? Unfiltered. The realest motherfucker in this industry. 6'8", gorgeous, athletic, success.
Again, this is supposed to be your clapback. This is supposed to, like, when he addressed the whole cheating on his wife thing, he was not in character. He was himself. But here he's trying to be his character, but he's also like trying to be serious with the response. It's not working. Guys, I don't know. This whole like addressing stuff while still being in character bit just makes me think you're full of shit. If I'm being
successful
honest.
College degree, college athlete, bourbon business, gaming studio, beautiful family. And trust me, we've worked hard.
Oh, you mean the gaming studio that let you go? You mean the bourbon that's no longer available for purchase? Is that what you're talking about?
For a decade to improve as a person, a husband and father, and to get where we're at today. I mean, I'm in such a good place today. And all these people, they all act like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. Sometimes I do. But I also didn't do all the shit that they're saying I did. But then that doesn't make a story, right? They wanted media attention. The media wants controversy. And by sensationalizing all of this with big, inaccurate headlines like sexting and sexually explicit, you all got what you wanted at the expense of a two-time. The reality is, they wanted to cut down the doc, plain and simple. Take a look at some of these horrendous acts of Twitch streamers that were never banned. I've got some examples right here. Example number 1, a streamer that frequently used the N-word while publicly streaming, which
name names. Name names, Doc. Name names. Like, holy crap, dude. Stop being vague with this. Name names.
Constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a meeting with the streamer to ascertain his intent to determine whether his content was a violation of Twitch's policies, ultimately determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies. Why wasn't I called?
Also, that's essentially his response right there. He's just being mean. Look at these people. Look at these people. So here's Nick Merckx, who everyone was calling him like a doc defender, especially with like the whole like the trans stuff that came out and everything, right? Nick Merckx says, this Arsler, you know, I gotta make sure I get green for the clip, you know. Dr. Disrespect is married with children pushing 40, admits to texting a minor inappropriately, his words, not mine. So I cut ties because obviously that's inexcusable. Now I'm a shit friend for not backing him. Bunch of brain rot morons on this app. And like, look, we've talked about Nick Merckx a ton here on the channel before, right? I'm not the biggest fan of him. But like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, everyone was saying that he was like the biggest doc defender, right? Before he even made a statement. He makes a statement condemning Dr. Disrespect's actions. And now he's a terrible person again for it. If only Nick was good at comedy. Yeah. This whole thing to appeal to his stance, to defend him, yeah. Lol, streamers saying the N-word on stream. Megan, lol. Yeah, Kevin Moore, it should have taken seriously without proof. Fun to talk about in theories, but if nothing to actually prove. Yeah, essentially, this is his response is a boiled down he said, she said. And honestly, I'm very disappointed. I wish he had brought up receipts. Maybe we'll get something like that in the next coming weeks from his end. Who knows? But that is it for the doctor disrespect allegations, for now anyway, until they are brought up. So guys, this next story is a shorter one, don't worry. Involves two internet figures. First off, Nickado Avocado did what many thought was the impossible. He lost a ton of weight. And I checked on his channel. The video he uploaded yesterday, revealing his weight loss, is now the second most popular video on his channel with 22 million views. This guy, he uploaded for 2 years saying the same weight with no one suspecting a thing. Turns out what he did this entire time was he uploaded videos in advance. He recorded 2 years worth of videos in advance. And bam, he comes back looking like that. I gotta say, I know he's probably using Ozempic and a bunch of other stuff, bunch of other dieting stuff to lose that weight. But you know what? Good on him. Good on him for like having that much of a life transformation in 2 years. 2 years. That's amazing. Well, not a lot, and everyone was talking about it yesterday. And Veto decided to chime in. Now, if you guys don't know who Veto is, he's his own can of worms. But essentially, he's a co-host for a show called The Biggest Problem in the Universe, co-hosted with Dick Masterson. And on the show, they had a little side challenge for Veto to lose weight, and he's supposed to hit certain markers every week. And he was in the stage where he was losing weight, gaining weight. It just wasn't being successful. And then Veto, in a fit of rage, decides to ban all of the Biggest Problem Universe's massive donators, all their, like, a good chunk of their Patreon supporters, like people who are like $50 and below and above with their support of the channel. And the tweet's unavailable right now because I'm assuming Veto did not like the hate he was getting. But here's Matt Pitt saying, Veto is the only guy I know that would say he's going to lose weight, lose some weight, gain it back, get bullied for it to the point where he's almost implodes and ruins his podcast, and then makes fun of someone who actually loses weight, lol, because being proud of other people for losing weight is moronic. Right? Okay, and then so like here's a section of The Biggest Problem where they kind of address the situation a bit.
Wow, I'm reading some really aggressive stuff here.
I think that what it comes down to is this show's been surrounded with a bunch of needless negativity, and we're just gonna snip it out.
Who's doing the negativity?
This is also the same guy who, like, jokes about how he supports pedophiles, right?
Just people who are like
but fat jokes too far,
hammering with the same boring jokes and whatever else,
like telling me my face is small.
But I mean, like, yeah, we could, if that is annoying you and dragging down the show, we could put a stop to it.
That would be suicide. It's a show where we bully people relentlessly.
I mean, you see, Dick Masterson has the proper mindset. Well, this is a show where we make fun of people, but we can't say that we're excused from being made fun of, right?
Sure, but
especially when the people who make fun of you are also like your biggest donators,
What do you? I don't know, man.
I mean, I cut out like people's mouths and make fun of them ruthlessly.
Yeah, but I don't cut out your mouth and do you on the show.
You could.
Yeah, but I wouldn't because I would be fucking stupid. I think the show needs to get back to just being a happy, fun place where we have fun.
You see, So to bring this back to commentary, kinda, this is the kind of response we get when people like are in commentary and are like, "Oh yeah, let's make fun of everyone," you know, like Tipster, right? He was a big commentary guy. You know, he loved making fun of people. And then as soon as he got made fun of, he decided. As soon as he got made fun of, he decided, you know what, guys, you know, like, we should spread positivity and we shouldn't be so mean. We shouldn't be so mean, guys. Come on, let's have some positivity. Yeah. Guys, why can't we all be positive?
Fun. And I will ban whoever I need to make that happen.
You know how you always tell people what to do in situations?
Yeah.
What would you? Oh, by the way, I got to read this first.
Sure.
Hey, Dick, thank you for the retweets of the art and comics. Here's a token of my appreciation. Have fun. Ray is happy sent this in.
Oh.
It's a beautiful, beautiful picture.
There you go.
Am I holding it up right?
Ray is
Vito's booty.
He's an incredible artist.
Yeah.
That guy's really good.
There you go. I hope he does a comic or something.
He is doing a comic. He keeps posting little pieces of it.
So it's a happy, fun place you want to get back to?
Yeah. You know,
was making fun of Nerdrotic's wife. Was that happy and fun?
But if I say...
You see, and Nerdrotic, his wife, she does have her own channel. You know, she's free to be made fun of. But Dick brings up a good point where, like, you attack people's wives. Not attack. That's a bit aggressive. You make fun of people's wives. You make fun of them. You make fun of their work.
Sent a super chat to Nerdrotic saying your wife's a fat pig. Do you think he would read it on his show?
So, what do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, as part of this show, do you want the show to be fun?
It's the pig stuff?
It's just the okay.
How come you're not just honest? Just say, I don't like it, it hurts my feelings. Please stop doing it.
It's not that it hurts my feelings. It's that when something becomes, like, repetitive and I have to keep...
Like the bunny stuff.
Like what? The bunny stuff?
The bunny stuff, yeah.
Yeah, obviously Eric July is banning bunnies from his chat because at a certain point you're like, okay, I get it.
Do you think that was a good move of him to do?
Yeah.
Really?
But you made fun of him for banning the bunny stuff. You and Dick on this show have made fun of Eric July. By the way, long story short, he's a comic book creator, can't make good comics. You have made fun of him on this show for banning people. Like I'm sorry, Vito. This is a massive loss for you. Isn't Lizzo getting sued by her former dancers or something? I mean that's a little random, but yeah, I heard about that. Dude looks like he's the one dude who stole the can of dino embryos from Jurassic Park. Damn. So mean to Vito right now, guys. God, spread some positivity. Positivity's in chat only.
For him and to keep his chat, for his, like, chats, yeah.
How is his comic career going since he is behaving like that?
I don't think his comic career would have done better by unbanning people spamming his chat with bunnies.
You don't think forever having this, like, label as a guy who can't take criticism and does the wrong thing is hurting his business?
I could take criticism. What's the criticism?
People posting and I don't know what Reckon did to get banned. He makes a ton of good stingers.
Well, I think he's unbanned now.
Okay.
You saying that? And that's another thing too. It wasn't just donators he was banning. He was banning people who have made stuff for Dick shows for years.
I don't know, man. I'm just here to do a very fun comedy show.
But if you don't like what they're doing, why don't you just say, I don't like what you're doing?
I'm telling him I don't like what you're doing. I think when you spam the same boring, lazy joke over and over, it just becomes, like, annoying. And then I go on Twitter, and I'm just, like, talking about something completely different. I'll be like,
yeah,
hey, the sun's shining today. And someone goes, you're a fucking pig. And I'm like... Like, a completely unrelated to what I'm talking about.
You antagonize them all the time.
How?
You're just in the chat telling people good, you're glad they don't listen, and that you're going to drive... I mean...
You poke the bear, Vito. You poke the bear. This is what you get when you poke the bear.
And that you're going to drive into the ground and threatening them. How is that not
I am going to fix the show. That's my goal. And it's happening right now, and it's starting today.
You're going to make these people hate me just from sitting here.
You know who had that same mindset? Maddox. Now, I think Vito's a lot funnier than Maddox a lot of the time. But you're delving in some dangerous territory, Vito. I just want you to be careful, man.
And
no, because you're rejecting it and you're saying Vito's terrible, and you can have that opinion. I'm saying this will make the show better. I believe it in my heart of hearts.
What about the show?
Who
told you this?
Me. I did.
You decided that this was what you needed to do? Ban everyone?
I decided what was important for the show was that I can't keep playing into this, like, I've always been happy to play the pratfall of like, I'm a moron. Ooh, I'm so steamed and blah, blah, blah. And then at a certain point,
when
I'm
have
like,
you played you're a moron?
All the time. My channel
that communism shit?
That channel says I'm a professional idiot, But then some people just... They can't get past the... I can't keep doing, like, fake laughs, I gotta be honest.
What are you fake laughing at?
A variety of, like, stupid super chats, and I go, oh, you really got me. Oh, he said, to be fair. Why don't you hit the thing? Hit the thing. Oh, suckhawks. Oh, God. You guys really got me that time. Oh, no, I'm so blown out.
You're not blown out. It's just funny.
Shucks. Gosh darn it.
How is that not funny? Have you ever played BB Butcher?
It's funny on that level, but I have to stop, being like, whoa, it's just gotta.
But it doesn't cost you anything to not play. Okay, what's real then?
What's real is
banning supporters.
Well, they're not supporters.
These guys.
They are. They're your biggest donators, man.
I recognize all their names. Diamond G. Matt Malware.
Right.
I know all those guys for 10 years. They've supported my show monetarily.
Well, they've supported your show.
And this one. And they've been supporting this one for 3 years.
Well, why are they supporting this show?
Because they enjoy it.
Why are they supporting this show for 3 years?
What do they enjoy about it?
The comedy? Feeling like
what
podcasts,
form
like feeling
of
like you're...
What form of comedy do they enjoy necessarily? Do they enjoy the positive comedy that I am bringing to the table? Or do they enjoy the negativity? That's basically what he's doing here.
Feeling like you're part of a community?
There's guys whose only enjoyment to get out of this show is they go, it's the Beat Up on Veto show. I get to call him names.
Oh, the poor me. This is the beat up the Veto show. What am I gonna do, guys? We need to spread positivity here. I have zero clue who these people are. I found this channel when he interviewed Jay. Don't worry, Johnny Hex. You'll learn the lore soon enough. You'll learn the lore soon enough. Didn't Vito threaten to sue for slander at one point? I don't want to put words in his mouth. All I'm gonna say is that wouldn't surprise me. I know Vito has said a lot of stupid stuff over the years that seemingly conflicts with his laissez-faire libertarian comedian attitude.
Dick laughs at him. He gets treated like a piece of shit, and we're not doing that show anymore, and that's it.
So it is because your feelings are hurt.
No, it's
not
because
because it's boring. Not that no one buys that shit.
It's not that my feelings are hurt. It's that it's not a good show. Like for every.
I'm sure if Vito was in the opposite chair, he got to make fun of someone, right? And the person he was making fun of tried to say, hey, I think we should change the show up a bit, maybe not make it to where you make fun of me constantly. but Vito would be like, nah, you gotta grow up here, man. You can't be doing that. Vito needs to wear a Hawaiian shirt because I swear he looks exactly like Wayne Knight. Oh my god. Okay, I'm here for the stream now for another hour. Yo, Minna, how you doing? Hope everyone. Oh, by the way, hope you guys are having a good morning. Hoping you guys have your beverage of choice at your side, whether it's coffee, energy drinks, what have you.
Every guy who's loud and they go, oh man, I love the show. You got to watch this show because it's about we call a guy fat and we antagonize
nobody
him.
thought that's what the show was.
That is what a lot of people are getting out of the show
They're
right now.
saying that to you because it bothers you. and they're bothering you. That's what they like
I
to do.
think there's a silent group of people, and I've seen their comments. I didn't bring their comments in, but they go, I wish this show would get back to when it was just the two hosts were buddies and they're having fun.
Golly gee, I just wanted us to be buddies again.
Oh,
And
a
it's
Reddit
not
comment?
just- It was not just that one Reddit comment. There was a variety of
So you
comments.
were making a Reddit comment.
I read all the comments.
He's hyper fixating on the comments. I get wanting to improve your show, right? Like, whenever I see a comment that's like, "Hey, maybe you should do this," for your show, I'm like, I try to read them, you know, because like obviously, you know, you have to be open minded to your show being fixed. I have no coffee, no creamer. Thanks for reminding me, John. Beer here. I work a night shift though. Oh, gotcha. It's midnight in Australia, and I have finished work not long ago. I am proper drinking. There we go. I'm taking away your nerdy name, and now you're just John. Wow, Minna. Wow. Way to disrespect me like that. You know what? Vito's right. We need to ban people so that way the show becomes positive again. Banning you for life, Minna. Banning anyone who mentions that I'm not a nerd anymore.
It's about the show.
You were going nuts last week responding to people, saying you're purposefully driving the show into the grave. And I think you're joking.
I'm joking with
But you don't
them.
think that's antagonizing people?
Because they're going, oh God, that last episode.
So he's justifying it. So it does bother him.
Vito's trying to destroy the show. The show's over, guys. In 2 episodes, Vito's gonna quit, and we're gonna push him into a. They're talking
Who
about.
cares? They're just fucking around.
Now, granted, Vito hasn't quit yet, which I give him props for. I think this is just a bump in the road. However, this is a very funny bump in the road.
Care if I fucking push back and I go, you guys are retarded.
Reckon, if you're banning guys like
For
Reckon,
1 episode, it's funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
I think it's funny.
I know, but that's the problem.
Well,
Because you don't think it's funny. You just get your feelings hurt, so you lash out.
We can disagree on what's funny.
I'm
Okay.
telling people that this is what you do. You
Okay.
antagonize people, and then you start crying when they hit back. With nothing, really.
I don't think I antagonize them first. I think they say something shitty.
I don't antagonize first.
And then I go, yeah,
You
fuck
are the celebrity.
Right.
You responding to them
Right, and I'm acting,
is antagonizing them
it's
because
fun-
you can ban them.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny that I have the power to just go, oh, you said something shitty? Delete. And there's nothing they can do about it.
But they'll try.
Then they should. Maybe that'll create some fun drama for the show.
They're going to be way more. Do you know what they're going to do when Super Killer comes out?
What's that?
They're going to destroy it.
That's fine.
Because it's funny to them, because they have the power to do that.
Okay. I think I got a great product, and if they want to antagonize
But that
it because
doesn't
they
matter.
hate me.
It's just
Okay, Eric July. You see right here, we got the great product. We got great product here. With Jerky John. Y'all could go for some jerky right now. Rename the channel Jock John. This sounds like a married couple arguing at a bar. It does at this point. By the way, if you guys aren't familiar with who Dick Masterson is, I would highly suggest we go watching his show called The Dick Show. You can listen to it on like any podcast listening platform. He used to be on YouTube, and then he got banned for making fun of fat women. So if you want the video of it, you can. There are still like fan clubs out there, but also too you can just find it on Rumble if you really want to as well.
it's marketing.
A lot of guys already hate me. What? More guys are gonna hate me now?
Yeah, but these guys are way funnier than the guys that hate you now. The guys that hate you now are retarded. This audience is funny.
The point is, we need to make this show listenable.
Nah,
again.
we
the show.
What are you talking about? This show has always been listenable, man. You guys were doing a great show. You still do a great show, and it sucks. It sucks to see Vito like this, because like Vito, like I mentioned, if you guys don't know, he has this very laissez-faire approach to comedy, or at least he says he does. This is the same guy who jokes about being a pedo, but he likes cuties. That when the Mama Mac stuff was going on, he actually was funny because when the hashtag pick a side stuff happened, he said he picked the pedos. That was funny. But as soon as he becomes the butt of the joke, in the way he doesn't like, which is the fat jokes, clearly, he becomes a blubbering idiot. He just does not like being made fun of. And speaking of people who allow speaking of people who make fun of the host, I gotta thank all the supporters of the channel, because even when you guys make fun of me, you're just so awesome and you support the show, and I can't thank you all enough for everything you do. First off, we gotta thank the biggest supporter, which is Pigeon Salad, for being a Super Nerd 3, which is the $9.99 tier. Seriously, man, thank you so much. And then we also have Lady Nerdiest, GG Hearts, J1K, K-Huck, Micken, McMuffin, Daniel J, and Annie. Guys, thank you so much for all the support and all the love you give the channel, even when you say stuff like, I'm Jerky John and I'm Jock John, okay? Even then, I still love your support. But guys, thank you so much. Tune in for Tuesday for the next episode of Nerdy Live. This is Nerdy John signing out. Have a good one.